today I'm really excited actually to show you around this lovely little Fiat 500. So it came in as a part exchange yesterday from some existing customers of ours. They've previously had a MX-5 Mazda. They fancied another, so they part exchanged this lovely Fiat for another one. So it's late 2016 on a 66 registration, 1.2 litre petrol engine with a 5-speed manual gearbox. Specification wise, it's a pop star, so not entirely sure what that means, but I do know that it's got a lot more things than the basic kind of S-spec examples. So as I said, quite excited to show everyone around this because I'm actually a fan of the original Fiat 500, which this is obviously kind of replaced, or is a modern version, I should say, not replaced. The original Fiat 500 came out, I believe, in the late 50s and was produced all the way up until maybe 70s, early 70s, mid 70s. It was a car for the people. They were, they're actually called the Fiat Cinquecento, which I think just means simply 500 in Italian, because they had a 500cc engine in the rear, 2 cylinders. So they were basically, great value to buy, affordable to run and maintain, and of course nice and small, so ideal for the Italian roads. As I said, they were a car for the people, so kind of it was the first car people could afford. Excuse the wind, hopefully it doesn't come out too loud on the video, but so they were a car for the people. Think of Volkswagen's Beetle, in the 60s to 50s, Citroen's 2CV. It was the equivalent of that, for the Italians. So it's finished, moving back to the car, it's finished in off-white, cream kind of colour, which is very popular and suits these really well. So, onto the condition of this example. All I can say really, it is a lovely example and in superb condition throughout. I actually valeted the car yesterday, so that's the best way to kind of see any marks and imperfections, and there's not really, there aren't any kind of marks, scuffs, dents worth mentioning on the bodywork or paintwork. It really is in fantastic condition throughout. Alloy wheels, all in superb condition. I believe there is a mark on one of the wheels, and of course we will rectify that for the new owner, so nothing to worry about. Again, tyres, we've got matching Goodyears all around, plenty of tread. So yes, nothing to worry about in the near future. I'll just show everyone in the boot, which of course we can't expect to be enormous for a small car, but it is actually very generously sized. It's quite, the depth of it is quite good, so quite a generously sized boot for the size of the car, or the type of the car I should say. We've got our mats here, and then under here we've got our spare wheel and jack and everything you should need if required. Moving on to the inside, again, fantastic condition in here. I'll just show everyone the rear seats. I would probably go as far as to say I don't think they've probably ever been sat in or used, or not more than a handful of times anyway. Again, condition of the front seat, I would say excellent. And we've kind of got this checked pattern, and then the contrast in red kind of accents and headrests, and the 500 embroidered into the backrest. I'll just climb in and shut the window because it is really windy this morning. So up here we've got our radio, nice and easy to use. Heating, ventilation controls, 5-speed manual gearbox, kind of snooker ball-esque looking gear knob, quite cool. Another 500 logo, and obviously it's got the kind of painted dashboard, which obviously was a 60s, you know, harking back to the original 60s car. Something I wanted to tell everyone about was a city steering. Push this button and what that will do is make the steering a lot lighter. So, you know, if you're parking, manoeuvring, it becomes a lot easier to kind of drive. What have we got down here? So electric windows, cup holders, front and rear, AUX, USB inputs, 12-volt charging there, steering wheel controls, you know, for the volume, radio stations, adjustable, electrically adjustable wing mirrors, and we'll just start her up and show you on the mileage. So just over 12,600 miles, so super low mileage for the age of the car. You know, that's kind of quite a lot of people's average annual mileage, so really nice low mileage, you know, for the car. On the outside we've got our speed, and on the inside our revs. So again, another feature kind of harking back to the original. Fuel gauge, temperature gauge, outside temperature, date and time. So I think that's, you know, lots of useful information actually, you know, in the Speedo. Another thing that to me, you know, shows the condition of the car, is an indication as to the condition of the car, I should say, is a steering wheel. So many of the 500s have this kind of cream white steering wheel, and as you can imagine, it doesn't take long for them to get kind of grubby, dirty, worn, you know, being the colour they are. But as you can see, you know, this steering wheel is literally as new. So really nice indication as to, you know, the condition of the car throughout. Let's move on to the paperwork. So owner's manual and stuff in there, all important service book. First service 1100 miles, second just under 5,000 miles, and then third just over 9,000 miles. So no more stamps in the book, but fear not, because the rest of the services are on, we've got the invoices for, I should say. So the last service, which I won't go through everything that's been done, was literally done 100 miles or so ago, at the end of last year. So, you know, just serviced within, you know, 100 miles or so. So ready to go for another year. So yeah, what else? Another thing I was going to mention, I'm 99% sure, but it will be on the advert. The road tax for 12 months on these little, you know, Fiat 500s is £20. So incredible value. And, you know, MPG wise, they will do on a combined kind of run up to 60 mpg, so fantastic fuel economy, but that's not to say they're underpowered. It actually drives really well, adequate power, and everything. So yeah, just to summarize, you know, fantastic condition, you know, Fiat 500, super low mileage, economical, you know, cheap road tax, cheap to run, which is what, you know, all important things these days, with the cost of everything. So yeah, if you've got any questions, feel free to pick up the phone, give us a call, email us, etc. We're happy to help. You know, if you haven't dealt with us before, please do check out our reviews. Customer service is number one for us, priority wise. And if you have a part exchange, then let us know what it is. you know, we're happy to buy that off of you, and of course you'll get the best price from us. You know, we actively seek part exchanges, hence why I'm showing you around this lovely little 500 today. Okay, so thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully this gives you, you know, a better idea of the car, and yeah, feel free to let us know if you have any questions. Thank you, bye bye.